Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Space Quest 6. We've just made a deal with an Endodroid runner trying to find an Endodroid. He's given us this data quarter to,
You have successfully reconfigured the data.
Okay. So the lights here aren't flashing, so we're not near the droid. It's supposed to be in the bar, though, so let's take a walk into the bar.
It would appear that once again, Vice is a bit more profitable than most business ventures. This place is almost too hip for the planet. But then, that's no mean feat, given what a total heap this place appears to be.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing I forgot to mention in the past episode. The whole crew for the STS Deep Ship 86 got all excited about going here, and it seems to be a bit of a hole. So I'm not sure what... The Sergeant just got transferred to the armpit of Polysorbate 60. Let's take a few moments and explore and see what's going on around here. Start with the upstairs. I think that droid came, or that guy came downstairs just to show that the lift exists.
He looks lonely, but not enough for your company. Wow, this sucker makes even you look like GQ material. These nitro suckers come in all types. They're all drawing on the hoses. Amazingly, they don't freeze. They just glaze over for a few moments while the others laugh. This one has a tattoo which says, "I love Lula." A Waitron hovers about, tray in claw, tending to the upstairs clientele. It makes decent tips, especially for a synthetic being.
Okay. But there's no Endodroid here, so let's go back downstairs.
Yep, it's the fourth guy in line for the restroom. Definitely standing room only. This guy wishes he had a clothespin right about now. It's one of several people dying to get into the... This guy's the next in line for the restroom. He looks a little anxious. Gee, sure could use a no-pest strip. Now there's an interesting look. What can be said that isn't painfully obvious? That she'll look better come closing time.
Not enough.
This guy has an interesting cranial configuration. Unlike that popular trunk-bearing pachyderm on that planet Earth, this guy seems to actually be drinking through his trunk. That means he's drinking through his nose. Yuck. You recognize the uniform of the Fistal Hemisphere Alliance. A quick look indicates that the bartender is physically well-balanced and adroit. A good combination for this profession. The shirt would further indicate that he has the mentality for it. Well, that wasn't too bad for a borderline physical specimen like you. It didn't quite get the job done, though.
Let's check our data quarter and see if there's anything going on here. So we seem to be close to it.
Don't pick at it. Nah, you still haven't convinced the door to yield to your obviously superior physical presence. Wow, you really did it! Not exactly the subtlest of entry techniques, but effective. That's pretty macho for the likes of you. Who would have guessed you'd have the makings of a Starsky or a Hutch, or a Tango or a Cash?
You go now, and I don't rearrange your organs.
Alright, that seems to be our guy right here. But let's expeditiously retreat. Because he's not kidding about rearranging this. Okay. And I have no idea how you're supposed to figure this out. You're probably just try random things until it works. But we basically need to freeze the guy out, which means we need these guys nitro. So we have a security ID card.
You hear them say, "Geez, our skimmer's double hovered. We gotta run."
Okay.
It's tough, but you
One of the annoying things about this game is that
the canister snaps neatly into the conduit opening.
there's all these roaming NPCs that Roger keeps getting stuck on.
You snag the 4 hoses. Never know when you're going to meet that special lady.
Wait, what? There he is, stuck again. Alright.
Carefully untangle the twisted mass of hookah hoses and then rehook the hoses to create one long hose. It reminds you of Christmas time back home when you enjoyed untangling the Christmas lights and saying to yourself, "I get so much satisfaction from cleaning and straightening. One day, I'll be the best janitor ever." Well, at least one part of that dream came true. You are a janitor. You rehook the hoses to create one long one.
I want to save my game because this is where I've crashed the game twice so far in this sequence here.
Ah, so you're with Polysorbate Security, huh? Yeah, what can I get for you, Chief?
What have you got?
Well, aside from the obvious stuff which is glaring in your face from the back wall here, I do make some mixed drinks. I mean, if I do say so myself, I make a pretty mean William Gibson and a pretty good Asimov cocktail, you know what I mean, huh? Hey, I got you. Try a fuzzy toad jam. They seem to be pretty popular with your particular species here. I got just the thing for you guys. It's something I don't even give the regulars here. What do you think, eh?
We're gonna order a special.
Make me a double uvula spritzer. Twist a fleck rind, and I want it hacked and whipped, not like one of those shaken or stirred sissy drinks.
Okay, coming right up, Chief. Listen, this'll take a couple of minutes, but feast your eyes on the making of it, all right?
Oh, that's just fine. Take your time, my good man.
That distracts the guy. So the first thing we do is we raid the icebox. And steal the ice cube. Next, we go to these valves here. And the time sequence will come over here.
Yow! You quickly close that valve again.
There's 4 valves here. 3 of them squirt you. The middle, the third one.
This one
not.
doesn't spew anything.
So what we do is we rip the pipe apart under it.
With a flick of your very supple wrist, you pull the conduit loose from below the valve. Oops!
Then we connect the hose from here.
The hookah hose is now attached to the leftmost conduit.
And stuff it into the pipe here. You do this before you raid
You
the
complete the
icebox.
connection between the 2 conduits.
You do that before you raid the icebox. You won't undo the pipe to get the ice cubes. Ice cube tray. And then you're hooked. And the stupid robot standing right in front of where I'm trying to go. Come on. Out of the way. Timer here, move it.
Nitro begin.
Alright, this is nitrous being well. And our unfriendly neighborhood Endodroid has been frozen into a block.
Frosta la Kista, baby.
Wow, it worked! This dude's in a deep freeze. But now, what are you going to do with him?
We're gonna whack him with an iron bar. And break him up into ice cubes.
Cool. Laying a solid blow upside the head of this frigid felon has reduced him to cubes. He's not too hard to handle now.
And we're going to use the dustpan and broom that we brought along
It probably
with us.
seemed like a good...
You quite cleverly whisk the cubed culprit into your dustpan. It's going to be tough to carry him this way, though.
And that's why we put him in the ice
Very
cube tray.
good. He'll be much more transportable this way. However, you'd better hope it doesn't thaw.
Actually, the bartender may eventually notice and tear your hoses apart. So if you do forget the ice cube tray, you can do it again. I don't think there's another blast of nitrogen.
Here's your cubed compadre. Where's my 50 buckazoids?
No bull. You really got him, huh? I mean, good job.
Yeah, I really got 'em. And I could really use my 50 buckazoids.
Tell you what, I'll pay you when they pay me.
No, I need the money now. Or I let the guy thaw right here, right now.
No, just a minute. You don't want to do that. Hold on to your alimentary contents. I got it here. Here, you happy? I'll just be taking that tray. Been a special treat doing business with you.
And there goes the Endodroid. Alright, so let's save the game here. So I don't have to do this again. Let's check out this arcade here. And there's this guy. Let's talk to this guy here.
So this is Stooge Fighter 3. Doesn't look so tough to me.
Say, partner, care to indulge in a friendly game? By the way, the name's Jerkwad. What's your mama call you?
A mistake. But my friends call me Roger. Roger Wilco.
Well, it's darn fine to meet you, Roger. So, what do you say to a friendly little round of Stooge Fighter 3?
Gosh, Mr. Jerkwad, that sounds neat.
And it doesn't really matter which one you pick, because you're going to lose.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh, a wise guy.
None of my attacks seem to have any kind of power like the other guy's does.
Big Mo wins.
And also, none of them seem to actually work. And watching the ashtray there beside the joystick, to watch the joystick there, as we begin this next round, there's occasionally something green that comes out of there and smokes a cigarette out. 2 hit points, 2 more hit points, 3 hit points. This is the furthest I've ever gotten on him. But then he gets that combo and you can't...
Big Mo wins the match. He murdered you.
Wow, man. I guess I got real lucky. Or maybe you were holding back on me. Nah, you wouldn't do that, would you? You don't look that bright. I mean, that probably isn't your style. Wanna play again?
Not now, thanks.
No, because we're going to lose again every single time we play.
Now that's an interesting specimen. Is this place the backwoods of the universe or what? Interesting head formation. He looks like one of those cranium suckers you saw in a scary movie once. Guess that means you'll be safe. Another in the wide variety of life forms you've seen on this planet. This guy just stands there, looks, and fires an occasional lunger. How did all these forms manage to come together in one place? Normally, you'd have to travel light years to run into just a few different life forms. This place has the odds beaten big time. This rough, tough cream puff is positively myrtleizing that machine. That's one hefty teenager. Must be from the Mariposa planetoid. Cool. It's a potential sucker trying to decide if it's worth it. There's a serious dweeb factor happening here. This humongous expensive game is an all-time favorite. You have to duplicate famous gourmet dishes while piloting vintage combat aircraft against the Nazi menace. It's called Secret Recipes of the Luftwaffe. You display your standard blank stare, but it is unimpressed. You display your not anything that shortens this guy's lifespan probably makes the universe a safer place.
Alright, that's enough to look at in here. This thing
It's one of
here-
those Bjorn guys. It's so cute when they talk about assimilating everyone.
Talking about the Borg from Star Trek The Next Generation and Voyager. I don't think DS9 did much with the Borg. Alright, and the game's getting a little bit screwy to control. So we are going to wrap this episode up here, and I'm going to restart the game, and we will go from there and see what happens. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.